Welcome to the After Chat. We're going to get started here shortly, answering your questions with ham radio, or about ham radio even, on this very spoopy Halloween weekend. I just love it when Halloween falls on a Saturday. Pretty rare, but it's not this year, so we have to make it do. Avast thee self, it is I, the ghost of RFI, here to answer your questions of ham radio. But first, we're going to join the folks, the wonderful folks, on our ham radio crash course Discord. If you would like to follow us over to the Discord, the link is in the description for this very video that you're watching. Let's click on the show here and talk to our friends.
Josh might be in here shortly.
How's it going, everybody?
Josh, I just realized you were wearing makeup.
You didn't watch the show? The first show?
I watched the whole thing. I saw I kept staring at the glasses.
Oh. What?
And you redid your nose.
Okay. I did. I touched up my nose there.
Josh, I think you need to take your meds.
Oh yeah. No, I'm fully committable. How's it going, everybody? All right, good.
Great.
Well, I hope that was enjoyable for everyone for a bit of a light live stream. Just a little bit of a light exploding things. I was down.
It was fun.
I think you upped your game this year. I enjoyed it a lot, man.
Oh, good. I did see your comments in there. I'm glad that you found it fun. So thanks.
I was waiting for fire.
Oh, there was fire. It's just nothing. Once they short out, there's not a whole lot of material in them that it's going to continue to burn. You know what I mean? It burns off pretty quickly, the fuel.
When I saw it blow up in your hand, I jumped.
Oh yeah, I mean, has that not happened to anybody before? Like that's definitely happened building radio kits, right? Everybody's experienced that, right?
No,
Everybody
while wearing gloves.
I have actually never popped an electrolytic or tantalum. I've seen it before, like demonstrated back in college, but I've never actually accidentally done it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's pretty easy. It happens pretty often from my experience in screwing around with electronics. I mean, often is relative here, but you know what I mean. So right on, cool. All right. This is the.
Did it hurt, Josh? Did it hurt? Real quick, Josh.
Sorry, what? Go ahead.
Real quick, you don't have who's talking up on the live stream from Discord.
Yeah, I was trying to
showing up.
I was trying to figure out how to do that, and I realized I'm on this special Halloween Discord, OBS overlay thing, so I forgot how I did it. it's on my
okay.
It's on my
Twitch. We don't need to hear when Frank talks anyway.
It's on my Twitch after chat, and I don't remember how I did it. So it's over there. So while I figure that out, I may poke around a little bit. But while I figure that out, what we like to do out here is welcome new members to the Discord that are joining us, tonight. If you are a first timer, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have you say hi. And if you have a question, a ham radio question, well, this is the perfect opportunity for you to ask your question so we can get straight into answering it. So if there's anybody in there for the first time, like to say hi or ask a question, go for it. This morph suit's done. You can see makeup has gotten all over the fingers. So that's why you can now pick them up. It's really bad. So nobody knew. Nobody knew they'd like to say hi or ask a question, huh? It's all just us old folks who've been around for a while. That's good. Either way, that's good. So then let's take your question. Go for the question.
I made it to the Discord.
Good. How are you?
Yeah, good. I'm by the way, I'm Lucky. So I asked about the Jamboree in the YouTube.
Great. Yeah. So how's it going? What did you have a question, or what was do you want to mention something?
Well, not really a question. Apart from experiences and what you liked and everything. Yeah, in the Netherlands we have kind of a tradition to make towers for the antennas, to put the antennas on.
Mm-hmm.
And we made a floating tower.
Floating tower. So it's on like a lake or in the ocean?
No,
Yeah.
like it was hanging in the air, the whole tower.
What?
Well, on a canal.
Yeah, top of the antenna was 29 meters above the ground. Bottom of the tower was 5 meters above ground.
Is this suspended between something? How are you holding it up there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to find some photos to put it on the Discord.
Yeah, drop a link or an image in the hashtag live-stream, and I'll pull it up so everybody can take a look at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Gonna do with my phone though, and then now on my laptop. Gonna take a minute.
Yeah, no problem. Well, we while you do that, there was someone else in there that had a question they wanted to bring up, so go for it. Right when we got started, somebody said they had a quick question. Go for it. Ask your question.
Did you forget to run the patrons list?
I did. Oh,
Yeah,
I got nobody noticed.
But I'm not going to be an ass about it.
that was
Good luck getting money next month.
Well, the patron picks is next week, so we'll be focusing on you guys for the support there. Thank you.
It was the RFI demon that didn't run it. It wasn't Josh. Don't
That's
blame
right.
him.
Right.
That's true.
Wasn't there somebody in there that
Better
said
not to sleep.
they had a quick question when we got started? It said, "Hi, I made it. I have a quick question before we start things off." What was it? Where'd they
Somebody
go?
asked you about how your thing last week was.
Well, that was the gentleman that was just talking. He was from the YouTube chat side, and I mean the Jamboree on the air was fantastic. Everything was great. The problem we had is that like I was literally less than 2 miles off of the freeway, like outside of a major town, and it was a complete cell phone dead zone. Everyone, there was not a service that worked. It was completely dead, and so I just couldn't live stream, couldn't do anything with it. So we just focused on the kids. I think I got 30 to 40 kids on the air talking HF during Jamboree on the air. We did wrap things up, around... Once it started getting dark, we wrapped things up, mainly because of the fact that at some point people aren't making Joda contacts anymore. It just turns into regular ham radio again, and they're not really wanting to talk to a bunch of kids and all that stuff. So yeah, I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. We can start wrapping things up. Other than that, it was fantastic. We had a lot of it was a group camping event. It was many troops at this one location, or packs for Cub Scouts. And there was all these different groups coming over. They're like, "What's this? Oh my gosh, look at this antenna. This is amazing." It was really, really cool. It was outside of just like my pack that my kids are in, which was really, really nice. So it was really effective. It was super cool. Oh wow. So the Wouter PB1WL. I see what you mean by floating shack. Holy smokes. Let me show that to everybody here. So it's It's 3 towers that are guyed, and they have ropes that are coming down that are holding that center tower floating in the air. That looks like there may be a Yagi on top of it. That's very impressive. That is some scouting, frontiering work if I've ever seen it. That is super, super cool. Super cool. Very,
Thanks.
very cool. Nicely done, sir.
It's about 5 days of work to build it up.
I bet.
And I think that the center tower is like 600 kilogram.
Shoot, that's pretty heavy, man, for an all wood tower like that. That's pretty good.
Yeah, a lot of work as well.
Mm-hmm. Very, very cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining us out here. I appreciate you taking the time. By and large, Jamboree on the Air is pretty straightforward. It is try to repeat over and over again. So 7,300, right? Hold it down, replay, just Jamboree on the Air, calling CQ, CQ, CQ. And you'll get back a lot of hams, just guys who are like, yeah, I'll talk to some scouts. This is great. But you really are aiming to find another group of scouts so that you can have scouts talking to scouts. That's the real win. Then they're super engaged. They super want to talk on the radio. They're like, oh, it's another scout. I'm going to talk to him. In my case, we got really lucky. We had a really clear path to the remote station W1AW/6, which was the temporary setup out of Pacificon. And there was probably 15 to 20 scouts there. And so all my scouts got to talk to all those scouts, and it was perfect. It was great. Wonderfully, wonderfully done that way. I would do it that way if I could. Try to coordinate between 2 camps and make those contacts across that way. That's the way to go from my point of view.
Yeah, you would say that there were in the US there would be more Jamboree stations. I believe that in the Netherlands, the small country of the Netherlands, we have maybe twice as much as the whole US.
Say that again? Wait, what was that?
Yeah, Wouter is, by the way. Like, wow. Wouter. The number of stations during Jota in the US is less than the number of stations that do Jamboree on the Air in the Netherlands.
How do you even
I think
quantify
we have like
that?
double.
Would you even quantify that?
I can find the list so I can see the exact number.
Because
But,
like
I
I
believe
didn't
that-
register as a Jota station, but yet I ran through 40 plus, 30 to 40 scouts. So how would they know how many Jamboree on the Air stations there were?
Oh, in the Netherlands it's quite simple. You have to register. And when you do, you have the stroke J behind.
Mhm.
And you're only allowed to have the stroke J behind your call sign when you register. You have to pay a small payment for the organization as well, though.
Yeah, so that's great for Netherlands, but we don't do that in the U.S. So sure, if your statement is we had more registered Jota stations that paid a fine or a fee to do it, then yeah, probably.
Yeah, not the fine, of course. Fine would not be okay.
Sorry, fine and fee in my mind are often the same, but yeah, I didn't register. I just coordinated with all the scouts that are in my area. So there's no way you'd get a real number of how many Jota stations there were in the States. It's just not likely that you'd be able to get that number.
Nah, okay. But I think that half of the contact we made was on a 2 meter even. So it's quite simple. Yeah. I see a link as well. But yeah, the BSA has a list of stations that joins the Jamboree on the Air. And that list is smaller than the number of stations in the Netherlands. By the way, Jamboree on the Air is not the only event where there is a ham radio station. Last summer I've been in Korea at the Jamboree station there. I was one of the operators of the Emirate
we lost
station
you.
of the World Scout Jamboree.
I didn't hear a lot of that, but it sounds like you did Jamboree on the Air in Korea. That's super cool. Right on. I'll tell you what. So Jamboree's on the air for me is like
the World Scout Jamboree. And
sorry, you're cutting in and out. I think we got most of it though, so I appreciate the update there. That's appreciate you being out there for Jamboree's on the air. It sounds like you guys had a lot of fun. I will say Jamboree on the air is it. People will probably take this the wrong way, and I don't mean it in a bad way. It's not like Field Day where there's like more process to it. There's not a lot of process. The reality is you set up a radio and you try and get scouts on the air. That's the big thing. You try and have scouts talk to scouts. That's your goal. That's what you're trying to do. So all the other stuff like registering and all that, like cool, but at the end of the day, just get scouts talking to scouts, and it works itself out. It's really quite easy. With that said, here is the link that I just pulled up. So on this link from K2BSA, which by the way, K2BSA we had on Ham Nation, I think it was 2 weeks ago. It says JOTA station registration. Please register your Jamboree on the air station using the form below. And then there's no form. So I'm guessing you have to download something. Yeah. I have a feeling that many American stations didn't do that. Oh, there you go. All right. Let's open it back up to first timers. Anybody here for the first time would like to say hi or ask a question? Go ahead.
Hey there, name is Scott, first time, and a question.
Hey, Scott, go for it. Floor is yours.
All right, I'm looking more for some WinLink advice, but I have an old ICOM 730. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but it's pretty old. Okay. And I used like the headphones with the microphone and Vox to do FT8, and it worked good. Like I was able to make contacts and stuff. Am I able to do the same thing with WinLink, or is it totally a different way of transmitting information?
You could do VARA that way. VARA WinLink.
So it'd be the same thing where I just use my microphone with the Vox on, and it'll go through my computer, and I should be able to send an email then? Assuming
that you tune to the correct frequency, yeah.
Perfect, thank you. I'm going to give that a shot there probably tomorrow and give it a try. I did download VARA and WinLink Express, so hopefully I'll be able to do that. Thank you.
Are you you have a keying line? Are you able to PTT at least?
Well, the radio does have an accessory socket on the back, but I just leave the Vox open, like on the microphone, Vox. So when the signal comes through.
That should work.
All right. That should be perfect. Thanks, man.
Yeah. Cool. Good luck. Let us know how it goes. Next week, come back and tell us. All right.
Yeah, will do.
Yeah. All right, who's next? Is there any first-timers that'd like to say hi or ask a question? Go ahead.
Hey, Josh. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Hey, I went through your technician training on YouTube, and I also used hamstudy.org, and then I went through your ham radio crash course VEs and got my technician license last month on the 30th.
Excellent. Good job. Good for you, man. That's awesome. And I love the fact that you use the HRCC VE team. That's super cool. Congratulations.
Best team in the business.
Yeah, sorry, I was having trouble finding that push the talk button fell down. I'm using my telephone right now. So anyways, I've branched out into to the HF and doing some 10 meters and some hunting for POTA and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. All right. So today, while they were contesting, there was extra numbers behind the signal report. Could you explain that to me?
While they were doing the contest?
Yes, people were saying 5.9, 5.93, 5.95, 5.97.
Yeah, so
it was the ITU region.
Yeah, so CQ worldwide. I'm not going to pull up the rules for it because we already got it, but basically it's call sign, signal report, and ITU region. So you'd be like, I'm in region 1 or region 2. Or CQ zone, is that what it is? CQ zone? Or is it ITU? Is it CQ zone?
Yeah, Josh, it's CQ zone.
CQ zone.
Okay. So if you pull up the rules, by the way, I'll drop the link in the chat. There you go. Where is... Well, you can go look it up, but...
I already posted the map, Josh.
Oh, there you go. Cool. Let's pull that up. That'll be a lot faster. There you go.
Okay, yeah, I was just wondering what that was, and I didn't have any idea. I really didn't know how to work the DX today.
So basically, a contest is a period of time where you're trying to make the most amount of contacts possible. And there's usually some kind of exchange that's expected. In this case, it's the call sign, the signal strength, or the signal report, and then the CQ number, right? Like we already mentioned. And then you log all that, and it has to be submitted in an appropriate data format, usually something called Cabrillo format. And then you upload it to the website for...
International format.
What's that?
To the international format.
I'm sorry. Are you saying Cabrillo's not the right format, or what? You're cutting out. Paul?
Sorry.
What'd you say, man?
Cabrillo's just saying it's like a format that's accepted.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yes, thank you. Okay. So the addition to the point there is Cabrillo is a data format that you put the file in and you upload it for the contest, and that's what they're expecting. And then they take all the points, right, and they rank everybody based off of who has the most points, and those are the winners of the contest. And there can be different power ratings or all kinds of different qualifications for different stations and different operators. It's a lot of fun. Contesting is a lot of fun. You should go to, by the way, everybody that's watching, if you go to the, the 8-day contest calendar? Yeah. Don't know why it's the 8-day contest calendar, but if you Google that, you'll find this. And so it's an 8-day rolling window of contests. So right now we have the ARRL EME contest, but the big one is the CQ Worldwide DX contest. That is arguably one of our biggest contests that is a part of Amateur Radio. And a lot of fun. When we say contest, it sounds like there's all this competition and stuff built into this, but it's not that big a deal. Just get out there and have fun with it. So, right on. All right.
Yeah, but
go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just going to add that when you work DX in a contest, they don't reciprocate very well. So you're not likely to get credit from them because they're only interested in the points in the contest. They don't log to Logbook of the World. A lot of them don't. At least that's been my experience because I've worked tons of contest stations, DX contact stations, and I've not gotten very many of them at all to actually give me credit for it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that can't happen.
Usually when that happens, Don, they're pay to play. I've had most of the big guys confirm with me, but yeah, if they have a digital log. I mean, they're a major contest station. They're going to upload to Logbook of the World some of the rare guys.
I don't know, Mike. I've worked most of them. I have gotten very few in Logbook of the World.
Yo, what's up, man?
How's it going? So let's go back to first timers, people here that are for the first time, like to say hi or ask a question. Come now.
It's me again. I just got my ham radio license and I am enjoying it. I'm building a 10-meter dipole antenna for the single sideband since I'm a tech. I can't really talk there, but yeah, got the exam and I'm licensed. Thanks to you, old man.
Well, congratulations. Thanks for joining us out there. Hopefully you have a lot of fun with our really cool hobby.
It's really cool. It's really cool. Something that I'm really interested is in the QRP Zombie Shuffle that just passed, obviously. But I'm also interested in the Hellfest, which is like a German word that starts with the word hell. I'm also interested in that. Like there's like a different genre for everything. For Halloween, Christmas, New Year's Eve, I really like this hobby a lot.
Yeah. So, Hellfest is super cool because it's Feld Hell is the name you're thinking of, Feld Hell or Hellschreiber, which is I think the that's the German word you're probably searching for. That's a really cool one because it's based off of facsimile technology, which is like fax machines. Back when we were in the 1800s. When we were all in the 1800s when that was created. Anyway, yeah, that's a really cool event. The zombie one is fun. There used to be something called the mosquito event that was for CW as well. It was really, there's all kinds of cool events out there. You just have to look. You just have to look around.
Yeah,
That 8-day
100%.
contest calendar is where it's at.
Yeah. I was playing literally Battleship. I wanted to play Battleship for a long time, and then I was just on Echolink, just surfing through randomly, and then I popped on a group that was playing Battleship. I threw my call sign, and they said, "Welcome, welcome." They gave me the page, and they told me which position am I shooting my cannon from,
Mm-hmm.
and it was amazing. It was amazing. Honestly, it was just so much fun.
Well, I love it. Thanks for sharing that with us, and thank you for being out there. Appreciate that.
Sure. I just wanted to give you an update. I passed. I'm here, part of the family. I came here to keep my mouth shut and learn about ham radio. That's all I have to say. Thank you so much, Josh.
Yeah,
Back
don't
to
worry,
you, brother.
Don't worry about keeping your mouth shut. Feel free to pipe up with questions when you got them. We'd love to.
Oh, the thing is, I don't know nothing yet, so I need to keep my mouth shut for like at least a year. After a year, I will be giving me my opinion, my feedback, and my output on things. But you know how it is.
Cool. Right on, man. Well, you're welcome, and thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. All right. I'm going to take a break from the new person questions. I think we're going to go down the list of our YouTube friends that are in the chat. So I see a Digital Rancher. How are you, sir? How's it going?
Hey, I'm good. Thanks for shouting out there, Josh. I'm doing a little editing while I'm watching and listening to everybody chime in. So, man, what a fun stream tonight. That was crazy.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how long you've been working on it. I know it's been some time because I remember seeing that skull like 2 or 3 weeks ago. So you've had this idea cooking in your brain.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Well done. I really enjoyed it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I did have the idea for the skull going back months ago. And in fact, that's a glow-in-the-dark skull, but the filament is kind of wonky for glow-in-the-dark. But yeah, it was just fun. I hope it came okay. I came across okay. But yeah, it's always a little weird trying to do a Halloween stream for amateur radio. That we're so serious and like non-superstitious or non-supernatural. Like I'm not. I don't believe in the supernatural. I don't think there's ghosts or anything like that. So when we have these events, it's always like, oh, we're gonna do number stations. Oh, fun. It's like it gets boring doing number stations every year, right? So I've got to do something to spice it up.
Well, you succeeded tonight for sure.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah, and I've just been I've been trying to improve my live streaming skills. I'm still, pretty rusty with it, but I've been doing a couple of satellite streams. I'm going to try to do a few more. I'm trying to do them as kind of pop-up events, so not really giving a lot of notice. Just going to throw them out there 10 or 15 minutes before, and see who shows up and just try to make contacts on various satellites and various, different, 10 degrees or, 30 degrees, 50 degrees, just so people can get a sense of what it's like to operate and hopefully get some other people out there on the birds and, get some more grid squares out there. And it's so much fun. People really need to try it if they haven't, and that's what I'm trying to do, is trying to get people excited about it. So that's what I got going on.
I love it. Very good. Well, thanks for being out there. I appreciate it. All right.
Yeah, you bet.
Yeah. Let's see. Who's next? Who's the next YouTuber? I see a Frank. Let's see. Yeah, you're next, Frank. How's it going, man?
Yep. Doing good tonight. Not much to report here. I'm about the same as Rob. Wonderful live stream. I'm sure it took lots of planning to do. I am going to be trying to do some pop-up live streams myself. I'm changing how I'm live streaming, so we'll see how that works out. I did do 2 POTA activations this last week. Didn't get to film either of them, and made well over 150 contacts between the 2 parks. So I had a lot of fun, and I wish I'd filmed some stuff. The second ham that was with me, he did film some stuff, so I might throw up a short video sometime here in the next week with it.
Nice. That's awesome.
Other than that, nothing else. Absolutely loving the spoopy live streams, and we'll have fun with it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, like I said, it's really tough to know what's going to land or not land, and I figured testing the scientific capabilities of capacitors would be something that would land with a lot of ham. So, yeah, right on.
Oh,
well,
absolutely. And
yeah.
there was one, and I had the same question. There was a question in the live stream. We need to know where you got this green screen suit, because we're absolutely loving it.
Oh, you just get them off Amazon. They're called morph suits. They're everywhere. Yeah, you can get them. I'll find it. I'll drop the link for you. Yeah, so you guys can see it.
Awesome. And did you happen to see Joe's video that I sent you?
Joe's video. I don't know.
K6UDA, the Sad Ham video.
Yeah. I saw it. So you said, sorry, Joe? Who's Joe?
Isn't that his name, K6UDA?
No, it's Bob.
Bob? Okay, Bob. Yeah. One of those days where names just escape me. I'm lucky to know my own name right now.
Yeah, no problem. Right on.
Yeah, that was a good video.
I did. Yeah, I watched it. It was good. So yeah, thanks for sharing that. All right.
Yeah,
I did get the voice. Oh, good. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I got the Discord voice thing working there, so I'll add it to the other things. But it's kind of small. Let's bump that up a little bit. Small avatars. Okay, make them big avatars. Okay, let's see. Who is next? I see. Oh, I skipped Evan. Evan, you want to say something? You're a creator. I'll hold back on our buddy Evan. You there, buddy?
He's aware of a mic problem. I sent him a message in the ham radio thing.
Okay.
Something's going on there.
Okay. All right, then we'll come back to Evan. Okay. So next is, let's see. K6ARK, what's going on, man? Is he there?
Hey, Josh, everybody. I'm doing well. Had a fun event here in San Diego today. Hamtastic San Diego. We had a whole bunch of groups of hams get together down at Fiesta Island in Mission Bay and hang out with each other, get some faces to call signs, and a few people set up some antennas and did some operating. And I would guess there were easily 50 to 75 people there today at least. It was a solid crowd. So pretty cool event. I would just, on that note, I would encourage anyone that has something like that in their area to go to it and get to know some of your local folks in the area. And if you don't have something like that, consider just throwing an invite out to meet up at a park or at a location like that where you can just get together, set up some antennas, show off kits, and chat about radio. It's a lot of fun.
Very cool. I love it. Who was that? Somebody turned on a radio. Is that one of us?
That was me, Josh. Sorry. I actually forgot I had that turned on.
Does Evan sound like he's drunk to everybody? Robo drunk?
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Evan, go again. Like, is it?
I don't know what the deal is. I was messing with my audio input. Sorry.
It sounds really slow, like you're slurring your words.
I mean,
I haven't even taken a drink yet. Jeez.
I mean, those TikTokers are always just on their phones. They don't know how to use their PCs.
Bruh.
Oh my God, I'm not as stick as you drunk I am, officer.
It sounds like
I've had no cunts tonight, Drugstable.
That's right.
It sounds like Evan is at 0.25 speed on YouTube.
He does. He sounds like he's enabled slow mode. Well, buddy, we appreciate you. Feel free to, add in your thoughts if you'd like to, or go play around with your mic a little bit because it's kind of hard to copy your signal.
Nah, you could skip me, man. I was playing with the simulator today, and now my audio devices are stay by on listen only.
It's like we turned you up on Cheech Marin mode. Or Chong. You're in Chong mode. Oh, that's funny. All right. Well, hang out, buddy. All right. Next one, K Murder. It is time for the season, and the season is K Murder time. Halloween is your season, right?
You can skip me, man. Josh, you know
Yes, sir.
I'm your biggest fan.
Yeah. Thank you.
And any live stream you make, I try and go up to.
Mm-hmm.
But the ones where you make things explode are the bestest.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate
This was great. Someone in the chat had the gall to say, he's like, so you're just blowing up capacitors? You're not even doing any scientific data with this? Like, can people just not understand? Sometimes we just do things for fun.
They can't have fun. There's some people that just can't have fun.
That's how I read it anyway. I mean, it seemed a little like he was upset that you weren't gathering scientific data. And so, I mean, did you form a hypothesis and all this before this? What was going to happen? Well,
what
is this
did we
going to be
learn?
published in the journal Science?
Right. I mean, what did we learn? We learned that, like, what have we talked about? Capacitors are like tiny ovens, right? It takes them a little while to heat up. And if you push them beyond the points that they're able to handle, they explode, right? Okay, sure. But here's the thing we learned. If as you raised the capability of either voltage handling or the microfarad capacity of the capacitor, then it took them a little bit longer to pop.
Yeah.
We demonstrated
But we also learned what happens when you do things wrong.
Sure. Reverse
It
polarity.
was a fantastic
pop.
scientific demonstrate. You put them in series, you put them in parallel.
Yeah.
We got to see one when you put them in parallel, they didn't pop. Like we learned stuff.
I guess the point is what do we say all the time is like it can't all be high science, right? And arguably my channel is not high science most of the time, right? We're just trying to have some fun, and it's Halloween, and that's it. It's Saturday. Let's have some fun. Like, not a big deal. Like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry if it wasn't your bag of tea, but that, that's or bag of tea. I don't know what I'm saying.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry.
No, but I mean, like, they can go watch something else. Like, that's fine. That's no big deal. That don't bother me.
Yes, they can. But maybe that was the ghouls out in force. Speaking of ghouls,
the goons,
I put a comment in the live stream when you were on 6960. The band that was playing was a great satanic metal band called Ghost.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if I get a copyright strike from them. We'll see how cool they are.
You were on upper sideband, so it wasn't the full FM modulation. So
that's true.
It was heavily compressed. So yeah. And I also learned another thing during today's stream.
Yes.
I don't know if it was because I changed my name or if one of your mods downgraded me, or maybe I did something to upset you, but I don't have a blue wrench anymore.
What?
Yeah.
Hey,
that happened.
Is my audio still screwed? Because I have the answer to that.
You're back.
Okay. So I want to say, Mike, Josh accidentally hid you on his channel when he meant to highlight your comment. So I unhid you, but I can't remod you.
Oh!
So you're welcome.
Drop a chat. Mike, drop a chat real fast. Sorry, Mike, you got banned from the channel. I don't know if you knew this. Sorry you have to find out. Sorry you have to find out this way.
I can unban you, but I can't.
It's spectacular. So.
Oh yeah, you totally don't. Okay, hold on. About to return, giving you back your wrench.
And it was
so none of my chats are showing up.
No, they are. I got them now. Oh,
okay. But like as I was chatting before, none of that was showing up because you banned me.
Oh, no, I caught it. I caught it 30 seconds after he did it, Mike. I don't think we missed anything.
Okay, there you go. You've been wrenched.
I came in first. I was like, I thought I had a wrench earlier.
You've been
and I'm
wrenched.
like, did I change my name? But is it because I changed my name? But then I was like, well, I was just on another channel last night.
No, that was purely my. Okay.
Trick or treat, huh?
Yeah, exactly. The tools that we have for live streaming are not like the best tools. So I can say like I can click on a person's name and pop up something, right? Like you can see the pop up, and I don't know why it's not doing it now. Where's the chat pop up?
Because you're trying to illustrate a point,
right? Of course, right? So chat pop up. So if I click on this person's, and it's not doing it. It's not. It just was working. Okay, I give up. Anyway, so
whatever.
Basically,
it's a ghost in the machine.
Right. Basically, whenever I click on somebody's chat pop up, sometimes there it is. See, like, okay, now look, now I got two of them. The chat pop ups also pop up a little mini menu, and if I'm not very careful how I click off of it, I'll either make someone a moderator when I shouldn't, or I'll just straight mute them from the channel, which is basically what happened to Mike. So I apologize, Mike. Yeah, see, there you go. Welcome back from your ban, Ham Radio Tube. That's right.
I have been resurrected.
Like Lazarus.
Yes.
All right.
So yeah, no, that was really cool. I liked seeing all the things blow up. So, and hell of a set, man. Like, this is the best you've done. Never mind the makeup and the green suit. Like you've got the pumpkin, obviously you carved and then you painted green. Whatever's behind the skull, do you have like a little green cloth or something to get the flames going back there? Like, we need to see behind the scenes eventually.
So it's actually
hell of a setup.
It's actually kind of funny. So that pumpkin was from last year. I'm reusing the same pumpkin, but that pumpkin I actually spent more time last year than I did this year. So that pumpkin has a hole in the back of it that I used like dryer exhaust tubing to connect to a smoke machine that I had off camera that I was running the smoke machine to. This year, I plugged that hole.
I'm glad you clarified what the hole in the pumpkin was for.
Well, yeah, but I'm going to explain because so I plugged the hole in the pumpkin and I just have a light that's changing color that the flames come on.
Oh, I see.
When the light turns green because it's a green screen.
Okay.
When the light turns green, that's when the flames appear because my gloves are green. And that's what makes the fire effect, right? So I
got your gloves were green.
Right. So the big thing that I did this year, and someone, by the way, I don't know who it was, but you tagged me and said, I don't know if this is up your alley or not, but there's a Kickstarter for a little mini smoke machine for video making. You might want to check it out. And sadly, I missed the boat on that mini smoke machine. But there's another mini smoke machine, and this is the one I got this year. And so it's been off to the side. So it's this. Hold on, It's this Fog Pro Micro Fogger 3, and it's got a little.
It's like a little vape.
It's a big vape, and it's got this little.
It's literally just a vape.
And so you hit it with the. You hit it with the button, and it'll dump cool smoke, and the cool smoke will like drop to the ground. Now, what I'm missing is there's supposed to be about an 8-inch hose that sticks off of that before it gets to that foam bit, and that will actually cool the smoke down, so the smoke will settle on the ground and just kind of stick there, which is what I wanted it to do. That's like the best case. That's what we're aiming for. We want cold smoke.
So the flames behind the pumpkin, do you have a little green screen there, or is that when the light turns green, it's hitting the smoke?
The flames behind the pumpkin is the dumbest thing of all. So that stupid radio that I tried to turn into a ghost radio thing, it's just the damn packaging for that stupid radio. It's the Sanjian DT. Look, it's the shiny plastic blister thing, but it looks so good when I put it over there. I'm like, well, that's just staying there. That's just where
that is Hamgenuity at its finest, right there.
That's the oh, look at the stupid thing that happened. Let's just leave that exactly where it's at.
Well, because it looks like smoke when the flames aren't on it too. Whatever's kind of white on the top right there under the. Now I see the Sangen logo. Oh, that is brilliant.
Yeah,
That absolutely
I
brilliant.
did nothing. I did nothing. Like, I just put it on the thing, and then this box is a green. It's literally a 3D printed box that I made that's just green. So I've got, you can't see it, but when I put it in front of this,
Right.
it's now on fire, right? So yeah, just all this cacophony of errors that turned into a semi-good live stream, I guess. I don't know. We'll see how it turns out.
Oh, it's brilliant. Brilliant.
By the
Yeah,
way,
go ahead.
these are the live streams where I spend the most amount of time and get the least amount of views. I get no views off the Halloween stream ever. It's the worst viewed thing I do, for sure.
Well, in
Yeah, but so what? It's fun.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Christmas too, right?
In your defense, Josh, I saw
Christmas is
at
good.
least 340 people watching you live.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'll often get into the 400s, right, with my normal live streams, and then the Christmas live streams. People know what's up with the Christmas live streams now. They're expecting the lights to go pop. Like, there's a lot of people that watch the Christmas live streams. They're actually very popular. Halloween, not so much. But now that I'm blowing things up, maybe there'll be more.
We're the true fans. We're here and we appreciate it. So thank you. This was a very enjoyable live stream.
Hold on. I can't hear anything, Leia, because I've got special earbuds in. What?
Next year we have to melt toroids.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
I was thinking that. That's gonna take a lot of work. Love the skull as well. It kind of like there's guts coming out of his left eye. Reminded me of One-Eyed Willie.
Yeah. I like
Yeah, just ask what happened with your body.
I think Jody said I need to incorporate a skull into my battery boxes now. So I'm thinking I should 3D print a skull and make a battery box out of it. A battery skull.
There you go. The battery skull.
You got the gears turning. So, yep. So that's all I got. I had a lot of fun tonight watching the stream. So glad to be here.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you coming out. Oh yeah, Socks Girl, thank you for posting your picture. This is a prime example of when we build a toroid. Speaking of melting toroids, so you're like, okay, yeah, there's a toroid. That looks good. But then look at the lid. Got a little hot there. Got a little hot. So that's what they do, right? They create heat. That's the thing to keep in mind with toroids, is that they're gonna, the transformers you create are gonna generate heat. So very, very good.
I wonder, is that just a choke or is that supposed to be like an end fed? Because I don't see any primary windings on there. The twisted pair windings on
Maybe
that.
they didn't twist them. Well, no, yeah, there's a twisted set. You can see it below the toroid. It looks like they just didn't twist it.
But it's not wrapped around the toroid.
Well, yeah, I guess it is, but it's probably not twisted when they did it. I don't know.
Right. What I mean, the twisted part isn't in the toroid. Anyway, who cares?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you talk, we can let Adam. He could probably talk about this for 20 plus minutes. But
that's an LDG 9-to-1. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Oh, is it in a 3D printed box?
That's what she said.
That's not the first one of those I've seen someone fry in the server.
That's an LDG.
Oh, it's an LDG.
Wow. That's how they built that. Ugh.
Well, I mean, again, if you ask Adam, he'd tell you that twisting the wires is not necessarily required. If they're just next to each other, that's okay too. It's more how they're bent. That's the important part of the windings. Jamie's Hack Shack. Low science capacitor fun. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. I appreciate it. Very much appreciated. But, you know what? What the heck? For the super chat, I'll blow up another capacitor. Why not? Where are my safety glasses? Because I'm not gonna.
Let me throw in a bit of new information. She said, "No, it was me. It is not an LDG."
Oh, okay. So that was
a joke.
2,000 microfarads in parallel. Do it. Do it now.
2,000? Oh, two of them in parallel? Okay.
Yeah.
For a $10 super chat, why not? In parallel. So that's when they're in line, right? Yeah.
Make sure you get rid of the highlighted super chat, or at least it's not in the frame.
That
should be all right.
It's like that. Should be like that. I think I got it right. You all correct me here in a second.
Fire.
Okay. It's off. Okay, it's off. Okay. All right.
Is the power supply turned off?
You got the business end pointed right directly at you. Right? Good.
Is that
All
series or parallel?
Come to Butthead.
You might have a hard time in series, but let's see if it happens.
Okay, here we go. Oh my god! It went. The first one did. Holy crap. Oh my god! And then the discharge killed the second one. Oh my goodness.
That was great. You could just see the second one just slowly failing.
Yeah, it was losing it. It was losing the war. Oh man.
I am happy.
There you go.
I am definitely happy.
That's the super chat right there, fellas. Happy to blow something up, or sorry, scientifically test for the super chat.
I used to help with like a freshman physics class where we played with capacitors, and I always struggled whether or not I should tell people not to plug them in backwards.
Oh, just wait to see what happens.
Well, when I told them not to plug it in backwards, they would just do it to see what would happen.
Oh, right. Sure. Of course. Yeah, right. I totally did that.
It was always so annoying to have to go to the professor and be like, yeah, we need another huge box of caps because they're all gone.
Because we keep blowing them up. Well, what's great about this is I've saved a bunch of clips of this live stream, and so I'm going to turn these into a bunch of shorts because, obviously Halloween is in a couple of days, so I'm going to drop a bunch of these for Halloween. All right. Let's see. Do we have any other YouTubers that I missed?
I see Tim in here.
Huh?
I see Tim, Green Man Photo, in here.
Oh, where are you at, Graham? Oh, there you are, Graham Man. So I skipped you because you're right above me. I saw my name, but not you. Graham Man, how's it going, dude? Hey, Tim. Say hello to everybody.
Oh, it's going good. Just trying to get some videos filmed for the Tuesday night premieres that we've been doing before the Ham Radio Clubhouse.
Right on. Any activations you're doing? Anything fun? Well, so we should probably talk in the future, you and I, maybe about doing a live stream or something like that. Given my proclivity towards preparedness, I'm also fascinated by the concept of the gray man of ham radio. Have you put together a gray man ham radio kit that draws no attention when you're out doing a POTA? Have you ever thought about doing that?
I haven't. That kind of was generated from is my response to all the people on Facebook that want to make a big field day type production out of doing a POTA activation. I just like to go and get my activation and get out of the way.
Okay, I hear you. But I mean, like that is a thing, right? When it comes to doing having a setup that draws very little attention, right, from the muggles that are out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So I did try to do some. I tried to activate my version of the K8 MRD Proving Grounds today on 10 meters on QRP, and I had no luck.
So what was that again? The Proving Grounds? You should catch me up on this too, Adam, or because you guys were out there activating, right?
Oh yeah, no, Mike calls his home park the K8 MRD Proving Grounds. I just did my version of it here.
Oh, gotcha.
Park just around the corner from me. I was out trying to do a 10 meter QRP activation today, and there was no love. So I pulled out to 7,300, went up to 100 watts, and still no love. People were more interested in chasing the DX today.
With the contest going on, sure, I can see that. And by the way, the Discord link is in the description if you want to join us over there. Right on. Let's see. Anybody else in there new for the first time that'd like to say hi or ask a question? Go ahead.
Hey, Josh. Yeah, I'm new.
Hey.
I had a question. I completely blanked out. Oh, signals reporting. When you hear that, when people are doing contests and whatnot, like a 5.9, 5.7, what does that refer to exactly?
So if you look at your radio signal, which I think I can show you on this, can I? I think I can. Let's see. Give me a second here. So do you see the blue bar? And the blue bar goes up to 9. And then there's the red bars above 9. And then now it's dropped down to S5. So that's your S meter, which call that your signal strength meter. Signal strength meters generally top out at S9, and they'll go above that, but then it's a logarithmic scale. So it's 10, 20, 40, etc., 40, 60, all the way up. S9 is like the peak, the high value, the highest value. You can go above that, but you don't get anything extra generally in a log for going above S9. Usually S9 is pretty much the best signal strength that you can get into a radio, particularly for HF. So when we do contesting or Parks on the Air or whatever, we often share signal reports of how strong the signal is. And that strength of the signal is what we use to kind of give an idea of how strong the signal was into the location that they're being heard from.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it makes sense now. So like 5 is the center of the meter. So 5.9 would be there fluctuating between a 5 and a 9.
Right. So it's broken up in 3 ways. So somebody already dropped RST. And I don't remember the exact acronym for all of this, but for voice contacts, it's usually the first number goes up to 5 being maximum is quality of the voice. So how good you can copy the voice. Very good copy for voice is 5. And then the second number is going to be your S meter reading for 5.9, for instance, which is pretty much the highest that you can get before going into plus 10, plus 20, etc. But S9 is going to be your signal strength. But if you say 5.9, that means not only you have strong signal, but your audio quality is also very good. If somebody had some kind of screw up in their audio chain where they were getting feedback on their microphone or something along those lines, then you may give them a 3.9. The signal intensity is still S9, but the quality of their received audio is not good, not great. So you would decrease it down to an R3 or 4 or whatever. So you'd say you're 3.9, right? That's the kind of idea. The third number, that's tonal quality. That's for CW only. Yeah, there and readability. So K6ARK, K6ARK, he added it. CW is the third item, and that's for the tonal quality of the signal. Different thing than what we do for voice.
Oh, okay, yeah, great. Yeah, because I just should pass my technician last night.
Congratulations! Very good. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, you're part of the ham radio crash course testing last night.
Excellent. Well, I'm glad that I could help in some way. And please, for everybody that gets your technician, get out there and see if you can get on 10-meter POTA. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. It's going to be fun. I promise you. You're going to have a good time. Let's do it. All right. Anybody else in there on the Discord like to say hi as a first-timer or ask a question? Go for it.
Well, it's not my first time, but I do have a question.
All right. Well, we're about ready to go just open questions at this point. Although the little RFI ghosts and demons in the chat, I think, have to go make a potty break here in a second. But We'll take your question, then I'm going to have to take a break and get out of this green suit for a second. Go for it.
All right. Anyway, this is Tim in South Dakota, K0SSD. I went to a local lake here. It's about 25 miles from my house, and I did an activation. A partner and I, we did our activation, and it was raining, so we came home. The next day, I realized that I did not have my rig expert. Has anybody ever left anything behind?
All the time.
Well, we had our first snowstorm just the other night. Yeah. I went out during the day to check out another site that's not too far from me, but it was not really usable. So I came home, and that evening I was taking my stuff out of the car, and I put everything away, and I realized that my rig expert was not with my 891.
Yep.
And it had just started to crystallize. The rain had just started to crystallize, start to snow, but it wasn't bad. So I ran down to the lake. Now, this is 8 p.m. at night. So I run down to the lake to see if it was still there, because this is places does not get a lot of traffic. Uh-huh. So I go there, and conditions weren't too bad. And no, I did not find my rig expert. But on the way home, that 20-minute drive took almost 2 hours because it became whiteout conditions.
Oh, no. Oh, that's not good. Do you, so, by the way, here's another thing. A lot of amateur radio equipment gets returned if you tag it. So if you put labels, like if you open up the battery door or whatever and you put your name and call sign, possibly your phone number on your equipment, you might get a phone call back from people because honestly, they don't know how they can profit off a lot of this stuff. They're just like, I don't know. Is this a police thing or military thing? Let's just get it back to the person that's name is on here. So always tag your stuff. Throw labels on everything if you can. But yeah, I'm sorry for you, man. Losing a rig expert would suck. That would really suck.
Well, I didn't lose it. When I got home, now I have all my stuff together in my garage. Excuse me, it wasn't there. So I had posted a video on my first activation, and I looked back at the video, and yep, it was there on the table. So I said, okay. So I looked around, I could not find it, and I just kind of depressed now. You know, I lost a $400 piece of kit. Seriously? I started looking for another one right away.
Yeah.
And my wife had some Christmas ornaments and stuff that she had bought, decorations. Mm-hmm. And when she brought them in the house, she must have brought my rig expert in with it because it's a little case. And it was all hiding underneath all that stuff. When I finally moved that stuff away, there it was.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so you didn't lose it. Excellent. Very good.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. That's a big thing not to lose out on that one for sure.
Yeah, but I risked my life to go find it.
All right. Let's see. We got over on the Discord, KQ4AZW. Hey, Josh, first time here for your live stream. I was wanting to get AHF and found this one that was wondering if this was good. Kenwood TS120S PS30 with power supply for $270. Kenwood TS120S. That's an older boy. That's a bit of an older unit there. I don't know. So you got 80 through 20 meters. It's got an RF attenuator in it. Who, buddy? Single side band.
No work bands.
No work band. No work bands?
Yep, no work bands.
Oh. For $275 though, that's not that bad. That's not that bad.
Yeah, especially with the power supply. Actually, that isn't a bad deal.
Yeah.
If it's in good shape.
Yeah. The thing to keep in mind is, like, who are you going to go to if it breaks? Yeah, Sox Girls probably got the right answer. Is just get a G90. Yeah, that's probably good recommendation. Is just go get yourself a G90 and just be just be done with it. Oh,
It depends on what it depends on what kind of ham you are, right? I mean,
Sure.
I love these old radios, but you are going to likely have to clean the pots. You are likely going to have to do a little repair. If that's something that doesn't bother you, man, this would be a fun rig to play with. If that's something that scares the daylights out of you, wherever you are in your ham journey right now, go for the G90.
yeah, there's this concept of like, do you want to turn your radio into a hobby of its own, or is it just a tool that you operate and you use? If it's just a tool that you operate and use, then going with something like a G90 is probably going to be good because you're not going to have to futz with it. But I like Digital Rancher's point in that, like, oftentimes fixing radios is really, really fun. It's kind of like fixing cars. It's not for everybody, but there's some people that really, really like it. And if that's your jam, like, yeah, this could be a really cool project. But there's no way for me to tell you if it's like going to be a good radio for you. You know what I mean? There was somebody, God, Mike, who are you talking to that was talking about K0LWC? What was that all about?
Oh, he just tagged me in the chat here on Discord. He finally found why I say QRZ is AIDS. He posted a video to the QRZ page, and he got the haters. Okay. One of the guys was the guy that plays Smokey and the Bandit. I can't remember his name, but you know that guy with the sheriff's hat that's always being negative.
Yeah.
So
Buford T, whatever.
Jackie Gleason.
Buford T. Justice. There it is. Yeah. I couldn't think of his character there. So yeah, Buford T. Justice responded, "LOL, these guys are a dime a dozen these days. Everybody wants to be a YouTube radio rock star." Yeah. So
I have I may do that one day. I'll just pull up my QRZ DMs. I went back and forth with that guy, and honestly, he was actually pretty nice to me in the DMs. And I told him, I'm like, if you want to ask me any questions, go ahead, but let's do it on DM, just so that like you just go nuts, like just ask all the questions you want. He's like, well, why don't you want to answer these questions in a post? And I'm like, well, I've already answered these questions in your posts and other posts. I was trying to do it on the DMs because I've repeated myself over 4 times to you, and I got tired of getting the same responses. So, like, I'm not going to dirty and mess up the primary area to repeat the same things over and over again to you. And I don't know if he understands.
Just the same old.
Right. So he doesn't want the answers I gave him. He doesn't like those answers. He's very set in his opinion about the YouTubers and all that. And there's nothing you can say to him or do for him or to him, I guess, to make him feel any differently about these YouTubers out here. Like they're just he's stuck. He's a record that's just stuck on skip.
Honestly, I just thought it was funny he was going after my channel with 100 subs.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Like, yeah, absolutely. Oh, jeez.
They don't care. They just all they do. Like these are the guys that, and I don't want to bring this stream down, but these are the guys that just they don't have anything to do. And I just text him like I don't even see his post on the homepage of QRZ. And I was even looking through like the videos and I couldn't find it. So like these guys are searching for things to complain about on QRZ. So yeah, it's just I don't go there. I don't post there. That's
I'm just having fun and just using it to build my channel. That's it. I don't care about any of these comments.
I wouldn't waste your time putting anything on QRZ.
Live on QRZ. They are in every single thread. The same 8 or 9 people, every single thread. Yeah,
you only got 2 of them. Wait till post another one. We'll see what happens.
It's just,
especially if it gets on the homepage.
I'm gonna have to make a mean comments video.
I'll get royalties for that.
Yeah.
They look at it this way: if ham radio's on YouTube, then it must be bad, and so that's why they don't like it. Yeah,
so bad.
And they wonder why ham radio's dying.
I have to show this. And
funny because I talk about exactly that on this week's Mailbag Monday, which will be a Sad Hams Mailbag Monday. So be sure to subscribe to Ham Radio Tube. Good. Back to you, Josh.
Yeah. So somebody's got a picture of me there in my costume, and so okay, please, okay, look at everything that's going on, not just my dumb face, right? That the caption here is the best thing. It says, "I was just playing Miss, the old '90s game, and this was in a book I just opened." So good, because the graphics are like straight up out of Mist. That background image that I found off of Canva, 100%. I laughed heartily when I saw that. Very, very good. I love it. All right, I got to run to the restroom really quick. You guys keep it going. If you want to answer some questions, I would love to see it or love to hear it. And I will be back in a minute, I guess. Where's my Twitch? There's my Twitch. Okay, hit that 20-minute break. And I'm going to run an ad on YouTube because I can do that now. And you guys on Discord, keep going. I'll be right back. Oh, I got to take out these. Oh, my God. I'll be right back.
So, Mike, you're doing a Sad Ham episode on Monday?
Sorry, I was typing. Well, I already filmed it, and the patrons have already had access to it. But yes, we've got a great another Sad Hams edition of Mailbag Monday coming out on Ham Radio Tube at 3 p.m. Central Time on Monday, where I like to I take as long as it takes to get enough to make an episode. Every time you post, not every time, but when you post a video on YouTube or post a comment on the socials to the general public, most people are going to be receptive or they'll ignore it. Some people are just like really bent out of shape that you did something and they want to make their voice heard in a negative way. Nothing to promote or encourage or to educate in our great hobby, or some would complain it's a service. So I like to I screenshot these comments, and one of them is actually an email in next week's in this Monday's video that I got, and I just put them in a folder that I have called Stupid Comments on my computer, and when I have enough of them, I make an episode, and we call these people out. I don't hide their identities. It's all public anyway. You go to the comments on my channel, you'll see them. I don't delete them. So I like to call them out, and I like to call them out for their bad behavior and make fun of them and tell them they're stupid. And, because like what I'm saying right now sounds negative, but mine and Josh's and Jason's and Adam's and Scott, like everybody's ham radio channel is there to promote positivity, inclusivity, to educate, to help with ham radio. But then there's other guys that just don't get it.
I'd like to comment on you,
No,
Mike.
I'm glad you're doing it, Mike. I'm glad you're doing it because it seems like Randy's the only one who gets hit by the sad hams. So I'm glad you're doing it too and point it out.
No, I mean,
Randy's just the most vocal about it.
When you go look at Reddit, and if you were only to look at the amateur radio subreddit, I would have quit ham radio back when I was in tech.
Oh,
That's how bad. But people like Josh, where I started, and then Came Murder, and all these other people started popping up.
The last comment in the video is from a thread from the Parks on the Air Facebook page, which is a very toxic place.
Damn it, Mike! You're gonna make
very toxic place. So,
one of my good friends is a huge POTA guy, and he told me, he's like, I need to leave the POTA Facebook group or I'm going to get banned from it. He's like, it is a cesspool. And he's like, and I love POTA, but the
Facebook is already a cesspool.
You know what's even better than
Facebook is a dumpster fire.
You know what's even better than the POTA Facebook group is the POTA Facebook Messenger chat.
Oh, I'm not in any of those.
I don't have Facebook. I turned it off Facebook for years.
I did not willingly become a member of this. It just started happening one day, and I'm like,
Chris Cole, thank you for the new membership.
Well, I have to go watch this video now, and also I love your work. So,
hey, Tom is here. WATAM, get out of here. What's up, Tom? He is one of the POTA admins. A good friend of mine. Him and his wife Julie. I'll be darned. He says, if you think POTA Facebook is garbage, please report things to the mods. We can't read it all. Good to see you, Tom. So yeah, do that. But yeah, it's just it's garbage.
I will say that's your
uncensored group.
This week's Mailbag Monday is definitely your best. It's the funniest one. Just so y'all all know.
Oh, thank you.
Tom, how many subscribers do you need to get to nominate a park that's local to you to be a POTA location? I need a local park. All my parks are too far.
Josh, 76 seems to be the magic number because, well, I nominated a park and the California coordinator's working on it.
But is it a state park?
Actually, it's a wildlife refuge area.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah. Those are good.
We've had a couple of those pop up in Oregon.
I should just nominate my park and try it because, like, it's a big park. It serves the community. It serves the state, I guess. It's just got a lot of stuff going on, and it's it's closer than everything else.
I had an argument about that, like my first week in that group.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not a state park, and it's a huge park.
So here's my problem, and this is a California thing. It's very deeply California. I appreciate that. I'm not trying to defend anything here or anything along those lines. But a lot of our parks that are quote-unquote state parks have enormous parking fees. They're beaches or they're, insert whatever, right? So having just a park, like if I could do Don Knob's park in my city, I'd be set. I'd be all set up. But I got to go to the beach, or I got to drive way out to Chino to do a POTA, and it's just a lot.
Would that become the KI6NAZ proving grounds then?
Oh, for sure. That would be because the best part about that park is there's high tension lines over the top of part of it, so you could do like an interference test. There's all kinds of different types of trees. There's all kinds of different types of setups that you could build. You could set up antennas on. It would be great. It'd be so good.
I have found that Tracy. Go ahead, Tim.
Josh, I was going to tell you that I've got 12,000 acres of forest just on the other side of the road from me.
I'm very jealous of you and what you have.
And
if you wanted
Josh,
to make me feel jealous, you succeeded.
And as far as what I was about to say, Tracy, the state coordinator here in California, very open to a lot of park suggestions, I found out, as long as you do a little bit of legwork for it. However, apparently Army Corps of Engineer parks are not going to be added to POTA anytime soon, even though some of them have been.
Oh, no. Oh, that's a bummer. There's quite a...
Yeah, I found that one out.
The park that... Can you mute yourself, Chris? You've got a lot of stuff.
If only Tom could get on the live chat and tell us.
Hey, Josh, are you near any historic places?
Yeah, I'm all over historic places, but they're not great POTA activation spots. Like Pio Pico's mansion is probably the closest POTA to me, but it's literally a parking lot that you have to activate from, which is not great, not fun.
Okay, I don't know exactly where in Cerritos you live, but like Fullerton City Hall is on the National Register of Historic Places, and that's eligible for a POTA park.
Oh, that's perfect. That's like, well, I mean, it's not that perfect. I'll pull it up, but it's very close.
Yeah, so just go to the NPS site. So if you Google National Historic Register map, any of those locations are technically within the rules for being allowed to add to POTA.
Okay, we're doing this live. This is way up my National Register of Historic Places. Is that where we're going?
Yep, you'll end up going to a GIS page for the National Park Service, and there's a map, and all the little orange dots are spots.
Are you watching my live stream right now? Or am I on the right place?
I'm in the Discord. Let me hop on the YouTube.
Let me take this opportunity to say thank you to Luis Soto. Thank you. Thank you for all you do and the time you take to share the hobby with others, especially newcomers. #SadHam. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. That Jay Bothell just dropped a picture of me that looks like Bat Boy. Remember the National Enquirer, or the rag that you'd see on at Ralph's? That's like Bat Boy's face. That's like I was making the Bat Boy face. Awesome. All right.
All right. So yeah, that map, just zoom into your general area, and there's a lot.
Oh my God, there's so many dots. It's the cheese puff of dots. Oh wait, there's not that many dots when you get closer to Cerritos. It doesn't matter.
I'm going through.
Everything is close to me once you get like this close. What is this? Darius David Johnston's house. All right, we're gonna skip that one. What's next? Oh, somebody turned on their Anytone. The Pattison Ranch Building. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. No, I need Don Kanab Park, man. That's what I really want.
There's also another map for National Historic Districts. So I'm going through like the Artillery District of Honolulu. Basically covers most of downtown Honolulu.
Nice. Yeah.
And I've been doing that because I live right near Pearl Harbor. So if I were to go set up my antenna in the street, I would be in a POTA park.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if this is sacrilegious or not, but how cool would it be to do a POTA activation from Pearl Harbor?
I've done a couple of them. It's pretty awesome.
Dude, I've activated Gettysburg. I mean, it's in the same
like
ballpark.
from the monument. That would be really cool.
On the Arizona? I don't know if they'll let you do that.
You gotta check with the Rangers with those, man.
Yeah.
So I have access to all the area. So K Murder actually has a QSO into Pearl Harbor.
Really?
Yeah, I made it with them on my old call sign before I got the KH6.
So Fullerton has a ton of locations. The problem is this map, it sucks. The Masonic Temple is technically a historic site. Yikes.
I mean, it wouldn't fit though. It wouldn't fit within the POTA rules because it's privately owned.
What is this? This is Fender's radio service. What's this? We might have found something here. What is this? Fender's radio service. What is that? You guys all see this?
Didn't Leo Fender work on radios before he
Is that
got into
literally
guitars?
what is that literally Fender of Fender Guitar, like in Fullerton, California?
He made his way in LA. I know that much.
Or how about Hillcrest Park?
That would be cool to turn into a POTA.
It's a historic site.
Where's Hillcrest Park? Which one is that?
I think it's a little north. If you go north of the downtown Fullerton, just a little bit, you'll see it.
Oh yeah, I got it. Does it qualify because it's in that yellow triangle?
Yep.
Oh, holy smokes, man! I'm totally gonna do this. I'm gonna submit these. I wish, God, where's my? I just need that Don Kanab Park. That's what I need.
Just a good reference point here, Josh. You'll also need not only just the GPS coordinates, but you'll need a couple maps of the park off of, National Park Service, State Park, whoever owns it. You'll need a couple maps from their page outlining where the boundaries you think should be based on the maps, and a couple other things like that to submit it.
And if you look on that National Register of Historic Places, usually if you go inside of it, you can find the link. So if you click on it and go down to digitized documentation may be acceptable, click on that and it should bring up the actual registration info, and it'll give you, like for Pearl Harbor, it tells you exactly like go north 2 miles until you hit this point, and then all of the information's right there on the NPS page.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's another park down further south into... Well, so wait, hold on. So this Artesia... Wait, what just happened? Cerritos is way over here. Oh my God. Okay. Fullerton's probably fine.
Another one, Old Town Orange Historic District. It looks like it's maybe 10 blocks square, and you could activate anywhere inside of there.
Yeah. Wait, not now, not currently.
No, if you got it added.
Yeah, Old Town Orange would fit. That makes sense. Is this Cerritos here? 91? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I feel like there should be more parks. Like, just sucks. I'm looking for those little orange areas, like you mentioned on the Fullerton one.
Yeah, there's a couple more down by Tustin.
Nah, but I don't want to drive to Tustin either.
A lot of us out east want more soda spots, but we don't have mountains.
Well, okay, but hear me out, Mike. Hear me out.
Throwing shade, dude.
No,
Mike, you could just grow yourself a mountain out there in Texas. What it's not your fault.
Yeah, so even my closest like proper soda is still like 30 miles from where I'm at. You know what I mean? And there's still all the hiking you got to do too. So it's
you can come to Hawaii and do Poto, where you may have to hike 7 miles on a ridgeline for 1 point.
Yeah, that's an old soda saying that you work hardest for those 1-pointers. It's true.
We actually have one here that's on the Marine Corps base, and the Soda Summit is the backstop for their rifle range. So
I love
it has
that.
never been activated.
So you get shot at while you're trying to activate a soda. Oh, that's funny. All right. Let's open it up. Any questions from anyone about pretty much anything? It's Halloween. Why not? We can talk about horror. We could talk about the best points of the wonderful movie Mandy if you want to. I'm down for that at this point. Let's go fun. Let's go nuts. Let's have fun.
We're definitely not talking about Mandy unless it's about Cheddar Bob or whatever it was.
Cheddar Goblin.
Cheddar Goblin.
Yeah.
I've actually got a question about QRP.
I will take your question, but hold on. Socks Girl, where's your pumpkin? You said show your pumpkin on the live stream. I'm happy to show your pumpkin. Where is it? Did I miss it? Did I miss your pumpkin?
I can try and go back and tag it.
Yeah, go. Or she can just repost it. It's fine. It's probably gone far enough away that we can just repost it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I saw it. Okay, I'm doing it. Here we go. Everybody hang on to your butts. All your butts. Ta-da! KC1OH. That's a cool looking pumpkin. KC1OHT on air or on the air. Nice. Nicely done. That's a fairly complex pumpkin and not have it just fall apart on you as you're cutting that up. Nicely done. You want me to show you my? I mean, actually, we got a couple of days till Halloween proper, so let me grab my favorite tool for pumpkins. I'll be right back. This is a. I have a Sawzall. No, it's a Milwaukee M12 multi-tool. It's a Dremel basically, but it runs off the Milwaukee 12-volt system, the rotary tool. And I put in the really long tile cutting blade or tile etching blade, and that's what I use for carving pumpkins. It's super fast, super fast. You'll get through a ton of pumpkins. You still gotta scrape them out and scrape out the insides to the side. You know, the side you're etching on is thin, but yeah, very, very good stuff.
So what you're saying is you go hardcore with the pumpkins.
I etch. I do a lot more etching. I like with KC1 OHT's pumpkin, they cut all the way through, like removed it so there's like an open hole. If you look at my little my pumpkin dude in the background here, it's an etched pumpkin, meaning that there's pieces that are cut all the way through, and then there's pieces that just have the etching cut off of them, and it's a reusable pumpkin, so don't worry about it. But if you took a real pumpkin and you etch them, some of the light will come through the etched pumpkin, and you can get these cool variations of full light versus like etched light, which I don't know. I just find that really interesting, or a good way to card pumpkins. All right, now go ahead. QRP question. I love it. Let's do it.
Yeah, so it's not like a question about how QRP works, but so I want to activate this park, which is Kilo 8115, and it's the Oklahoma City National Memorial. But it is a pedestrian only and handheld rigs only. But I want to do an HF activation, so I was thinking about getting a 705, but I'm trying to find a low profile antenna option for HF to go with like the 705.
So you can do an activation, but it has to be fully man-pack portable?
Pretty much, yes.
You can do that with any QRP radio you want. How much money do you want to spend?
Just kind of depends. It's not that big of an issue. I like the 705 though. Like that's kind of what I'm sold on.
You want to make it work with the 705?
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem you have with the 705 is you're going to have to go with a resonant antenna. So the AX1 by Elecraft is not really going to be the one you want, because the AX1 they want you to tune it. They want you to use the KX2's tuner to make it work, and the 705 is not going to like that. It's not going to be able to work with that.
So would like a KX2 or something be a better option radio then?
Well, it depends. So, okay, you are proposing activating a very specific location and potentially talking about dropping $1,200 to start just to do that. That's a little crazy. Again, if that's not a big deal to you and you don't care, like, yeah, the KX2 is a little bit more form fit for this thing that you're looking for. But, and hear me out, like somebody's screaming G90 in the chat right now. Remember, he's got to be man-pack portable with it, so he's got to wear the radio. It's got to be in a bag that's on his person. The G90 doesn't like being in bags. It doesn't like being heated up, if you will, right? God.
I'm not married to the 705 idea. It's just like...
Oh, I like the 705. I'm not trying to...
I also really want one for my home radio anyway.
I'm not trying to sway you from this, but okay. So here's we just talked about this on Jason's happy hour last night, which is a really fun chat. We had a really good time. I had a really fun time on the happy hour. So shout out Jason, and it was really cool to hear. I forgot about the YouTubers bunch. The first recording of that was a pre-recorded video. It wasn't live. It was just pre-recorded with us, just like we're all just chilling in a garage drinking beer. It's totally ridiculous. I totally forgot about that. Anyway, so the point with that, though, was, so the 817 and the 818, the Yaesu, it came with a neck strap. It was designed to be strapped around your neck, and then you sit it on your chest, and you use that vertical BNC to manipulate the radio. Like, that's what it was designed to do. So you can do that with lots of other radios like the KX2. The KX2 is, you could go buy the KX2 and the AX1 antenna, and you can run it like a handy talkie for HF. And there's a radial underneath it, and you'll run that wire out, and you would be good to go in that sense. The 705 is not really designed to be handheld portable, but using the backpack system that they have with it, you can do it that way too. So there are other options.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what to do for an antenna, like a discrete antenna, since I can't really like put anything up in a tree or anything like that.
Okay, so how are you a type of person that gets frustrated easily?
Not really.
Okay. Because here's the thing. I'm going to tell you, like, so you got a couple of options. You can do the 705 in the backpack. Already Silent Pickle. All right, Silent Pickle, I'm with you. Let's work through their comment. 705 in a backpack, drop the tuner with the AX1 attached in the water bottle pocket. Yeah, okay. I'll do you one better. I'll try and... Can I... Shoot. I'm going to try and do this live here. So I'm a big advocate. I do like the... Hold on. Okay. So here's my backpack. There it is. Okay, hold on. Here we go. So here is my Icon backpack. Yes, it's very ghostly. It's transparent. So the Icon backpack, I have all the coax fed through here. I can put the 705 in here, and I have an SO239 mount. Let me show you. Any HF antenna will connect to this SO239 mount. And then you just need a radial solution. With the radial solution can go off of the 705. You can run anything you want off of this. It could be that that MFJ coil antenna that people are talking about. They're making videos on. You can mount that directly to this with an adapter, and you can have the 705 in the backpack. Okay, that's option A. If you want the 705. The 705 can be held in your hand. Like, you can't see my hands right now, but it can be held in your hand like a walkie-talkie because it's got a built-in microphone. And you can just plug the AX1 antenna on top of it and then run the radial off the bottom of it, and then you will totally be able to talk on it. The problem is that these are compromised antennas. Say it with me all. Compromised antennas, right? Compromised antennas are not good antennas. You'll be able to do work with them, but they're not going to be very effective, right? And so if you are trying to do this with single sideband, it's going to get frustrating. If you're just trying to, if you want to do CW, that's going to be more effective. You just have to know that going in. It's going to be a little bit frustrating.
Yeah, I figured it would be. I'm just trying to basically have fun with it, and it's a park that only like 6 people have activated successfully, and I was probably gonna just try to make a video on like discrete like activating in a park that's really hard to activate.
Well, if the park's really hard to activate, and then you take an even harder antenna system to activate, that seems like a recipe for failure, if you ask me. But I'm not going to tell you not to do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm definitely just kind of experimenting with it.
Go ahead.
I also want to do like a special event activation, like on the date of that bombing too, like just like a special event kind of activation.
Go ahead.
That's what the memorial is.
Yeah.
While it doesn't totally apply in this case, go watch Kyle AA0Z's video on activating the St. Louis Arch Park and the complications he has with that. It might give some insight on how to better activate Manpack Portable too. Even though he doesn't activate Manpack Portable, it might help you out a little bit.
Cool. Thanks for that, Frank. I'll go check that out.
Ooh, imagine the antenna that the Arch would make. That would be crazy.
Chase, you're in Texas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked you up. We live close. Give me a DM and I'll help you. What park are you trying to activate?
The Oklahoma City Memorial.
Oh, yeah. That's. I think I've actually been. I don't think it wasn't when I was a ham, but I think I've been there. Yeah, give me a DM. I can help you out. And if you want to, have you activated one before?
Yeah, I've done park activation. I haven't done that one though.
Okay. Yeah. I might actually be interested in going up. So yeah, send me a DM, man. I'm Joe.
Oh, sorry.
Shoot me a DM so I can find you.
Yeah, DM each other, guys. So I can't remember his first name. It's Kirby, right? Is his last name the YouTuber that's posted here? So yeah, you could get a monoband vertical, like MFJ makes monoband verticals that you could do handy talkie with, and you just run a radial off the side of the 705. You can do that. You can do all of that. It's super compromised. Let's just say that. It's a very
I knew it was going to be compromised since it's such a small setup.
Let it be known, though, you can do a lot with a super compromised station, so don't let that dissuade you. Experiment, try it, have fun.
Throw a ham stick on that thing.
So
yeah, an option.
Everybody, for a Halloween, pay homage to the dead. Ford is done with the Lightning. The F-150 Lightning production ended. Ford confirmed Monday that all electric pickups are undergoing additional quality checks at the Rogue Electric. Okay, well, whatever. Ford working with March for changeover Lightning production later this year. Interesting. As a result, we have canceled some dealer stock as pre-sold. Our manufacturer team is critical to our quality efforts because your last line of defense. Okay, I'm not hearing the estimated number of canceled orders could not immediately be confirmed. Okay, so I don't know what this is saying specifically, but people are claiming that you can't buy the Lightning anymore. Ha 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 ha! I now have a rare truck. I love my.
Weren't they having problems with fires on those?
No, they had six that had a battery issue that they found all of them and they took care of it. I love mine. I absolutely love it. So that's fine. No, mine's not falling apart at all. No, at no point is anything falling apart. It's great. No problem. I'll let you know. Don't worry. I'll let you know if something happens. I'll let you know.
Famous last words with a Ford product.
That's fine.
I love my Ford F-150. Then again, I do get 11 miles to the gallon, but I do love it.
My first Ford was a 1967 Mustang, which is also my first car that I rebuilt with my dad. And my second Ford has a 30-plus year span between my first Ford and the second Ford, which is the Lightning. So far, I love it. I absolutely love the vehicle, and I can't keep my wife out of it. She loves it more than I do. So I don't know if who knows? Who knows?
By the way,
and Josh, nobody would know unless you're from the Detroit area. But when you said rogue, that word is pronounced rouge. In reference to the Rouge River, Huntsville.
You wait, rogue? Like the brewery is pronounced rouge?
No, you're talking about the Ford Lightning at the Ford Rouge plant.
Wait, how's it spelled?
Pronounced Rouge, Rouge.
Oh, okay.
Just letting you know, so we don't have our Huntsville.
So when you play Dungeons and Dragons and you've got a character, possibly a hobbit that goes around disarming traps and backstabbing people, what do you call them?
I don't play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not a nerd.
Okay.
Lame.
And Josh,
loser.
I meant to mention this earlier. Happy belated birthday to your dad. I hope he had a good one.
Well, he definitely didn't have his son call him on his birthday, which is kind of sad. I was very busy and I forgot, and I felt crappy all week because I forgot my dad's birthday. But we tried to make it up to him. He came out last night. That's why I left Jason's live stream to go hang out with my dad. Leia made him his favorite meal. And then today, he was supposed to hang out all weekend. Today, Edison, who just loves my dad, is jumping on him. My dad had him picked up, and my dad dropped Edison, I guess, and he fell on my dad's glasses and broke his glasses, which freaked my dad out because his glasses are already broken, and he gets his glasses from the VA. Thank you, VA, for your 6-month cycle time on getting new glasses, which is insane. And he was like,
sucks.
He's like, I gotta go fix my glasses. I can't stay because I gotta be up early to drive. And I'm like, oh man. I'm like, okay, Dad.
I still think the VA sucks.
Yeah.
I left their healthcare because I got tired of it.
Are you retired?
I
Yeah.
I was in the Navy. I had diabetes for 2 years, and it was in my medical records, and they never did anything about it. I found out after the fact.
So my dad is 100% disabled under the eyes of the VA for his time spent in Vietnam with as an Air Force mechanic. They did not recommend ear protection for any of their mechanics. And because of that, many of them are completely disabled. So,
oh, not just the Air Force mechanics. My dad was on the USS Enterprise. Yes, that Enterprise, and he has like 75% disability with the VA because his bunk was right below the flight deck.
Yikes.
Yeah, but he loved every last minute of it. What's funny, I've heard horror stories about Reno VA. I've heard horror stories about Los Angeles VA. Come up to San Francisco. Absolutely wonderful. San Francisco area, there's like no wait time. Everybody's in and out real quick. It's surprising.
So the Loma Linda VA is really good. It's the Long Beach VA that's not great. I had to take him to Long Beach. That was not great when he fell and broke his arm. But when he had I think he had a gallbladder removed. I had to drive up to Big Bear to get him and drag him out to Loma Linda. Loma Linda had no problem taking care of him. Loma Linda's good. So anyway, all right.
At least there's one good one. But
Yeah.
anyway, happy belated
Anyway.
birthday to you, Dad.
Appreciate my dad, love my dad, but we gotta move on. All right, guys, let's take some questions. Anybody in there with a ham radio question? Let's take them before I skedaddle and go take a shower and get all this gunk off my face.
No comment.
Go ahead, Paul, man. Appreciate you.
I actually haven't been here for like 2.5 months.
I know. I saw some of your pictures, dude. You've been globetrotting.
Yeah, we've been all over the place, and then when we came back, my wife got COVID, and then I got COVID, and it's been quite an adventure. I just heard Don just started with it, but COVID is no joke. I mean, it knocked the stuff out of me, and literally knocked me down for about 3 weeks. So I haven't really been on radio. I did my first VE session with HRCC since I came back like 2 weeks ago. So been pretty active with that, trying to get new hands on board. Been very busy. we've pushed out a lot of people in a very short period of time, but I missed everybody, and you don't have to worry about my birthday. It's Thanksgiving. Don't get me anything. It's okay. But it's good. Tonight was really fun. I mean, watching experiments and capacitors has always been fun. And like you said, it's like the first time you build a radio, you put something in backwards.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like, oh, I will never do that again. That is a good learning lesson.
Oh,
So,
yeah, for sure.
not only it was fun, it was educational, but it's it's good to hear everybody tonight.
Leia just came in, and I am wearing what?
You want to carve some pumpkins?
Sure. I have a.
In that outfit? Yeah, I would.
Oh, I need.
That's a big pumpkin.
Work with the pumpkin scooper inside.
The pumpkin scooper?
Yeah.
The pumpkin scooper. She told me she needs something. Okay, hold on.
Well, it's better than needing a reciprocating saw.
Oh no, where did you go?
Here you go. They're apparently going to carve pumpkins, so I probably got about 30, 45 minutes in me before we got to head out and help them. What? Part of the reason why I don't use the inner monitors, by the way, okay, so in-ear monitors, I should probably make a video on these. Actually, I started what?
You did. That's how I ended up buying mine.
I talked about them on a live stream, but not like a standard video. I should probably talk about it on some point. If you want the best quality audio that you can possibly get, in-ear monitors are like the way to go. The problem is that they're so good, they're used to isolate audio that as a family guy, I end up putting them in and I can't hear anything. They have such good isolation. Like I take these on planes if I'm not using my AirPods and whatnot, but I can't hear the family, so that's why I always end up using the over ears because they're still a little bit.
Which monitors are those?
Let's see. These are the.
They're very inexpensive.
Not these ones. These are the Moon.
Are they
drops.
Shure?
No, they're Moon
they're
drop.
like
Moondrop?
Yeah, I'll find the ones I have. These are a ridiculous pair of in-ear monitors. Hold on.
They're not thousands.
Hundreds for sure.
Yeah, but that's not. I mean, for in-ear monitors, that's not a ton of money.
I just choose my hearing aids.
I mean, you understand those are for like pro audio when you're on the stage to hear your monitor mix, right?
Well, so they're for noise isolation, and listening. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I know what I got. but the audio quality is really, really high on in-ear monitors versus just the earbuds that people roll around with. Nothing it does not compare.
Those plus POTA plus deer season sounds like a terrible idea.
Oh yeah, I don't want to get snuck up on by a deer.
I was thinking about the guys with the rifles.
No, I mean,
spoken like somebody who doesn't live in the Midwest.
I live in Missouri, my guy. That's even more scary.
No, I'm talking about Josh.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. They were $329. They're the
Do you remember what brand they are?
Yeah, Moondrop X. They're the Critical. So Critical is a YouTuber that does reviews of audio equipment, and I got his in-ear monitors, and I have another pair that lives with my my OP1. Oh no, they now live with my my Dirty Wave, my my M8. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Those are all terms that I'm throwing out there. I don't think many people know what I'm saying. Okay, let's go back to the Discord, or actually on the YouTube. Everybody, free for all. Let's talk. What's your? Oh, we've barely got anybody's left. People diving out.
I have a question.
Really quick, by the way, next week is going to be patrons picks. I apologize, I didn't run the patrons. I'm going to do that at the. I'm going to do that at the end of the live stream. I'm just going to play the patrons roll. By the way, I copied the new video over and I still forgot to run it, and I'm so sorry. Yes, by the way, that is, somebody said, is that the teenage engineering thing? Yes, it is. I have an OP1 and an OP1 field. Okay, question, go ahead.
Okay, Josh, using a roll-up J-pole inside an RV, how much wattage would you put out of a standard VHF, UHF radio and feel safe before you would be like, okay, I'm not going to put any more wattage out of this?
Inside the RV?
Yes, inside the RV. So it's a rainy day. The roll-up J-pole is inside the RV.
Why?
Why? Because there's no way of getting it outside the RV.
Why can't you, though? Can't you pop a hole and then just put a bulkhead connector and get going with it? Seriously, so everything you're asking me right now disappears if you can get that antenna outside. Just get it outside and like 10 feet up. That's funny. The Brocam. I like turtles. That's exactly what I look like right now. It's true.
I guess so. I guess if we could get it out through the hole and then get it up 10 feet, we would be better.
Yeah, they make bulkhead connectors. They're basically just big barrel connectors, like an SO239 that just goes for like 3 inches. You pop a hole on both sides, pop a hole through the RV, and you feed that bulkhead connector through it. It's a pass-through, and you use the nuts and washers to lock that thing down, and just coat the whole thing in silicone or something, and then you just use coax feed line on both ends to get to your radio, and then you don't have to worry about the RF exposure stuff at all because you're inside the RV and the antenna is outside. You can run the full 50 watts. There's no problem. This is like a 2-hour job of doing it good. Like, do it good. 2 hours, no problem. That makes sense? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Just posted the RF calculations per the ARRL website at 50 watts.
Yeah.
With a J-pole, which I would assume would be about 2 dB.
It's dipole.
On FM with 50 watts. Yeah, so 2.2 dBi, whatever.
Right.
The minimum compliance distance would be, say, 3 feet. I would imagine, would the RV be made of metal? Wouldn't that absorb a lot of the RF as well?
Yes,
like
absolutely.
If it's inside, which is also going to hurt you on receive because you basically put your antenna inside a Faraday cage. So put the antenna in the front. Put the antenna in the front window if you can, or like the biggest window, so you have if the window's pointed towards the reaper, that is. But I wouldn't worry about a J-pole being out in the rain, honestly. Like Josh said, just, open a window, throw some coax out. No, it's just wire. Like, who cares?
Oh yeah,
It's not gonna.
That's the other way. Is just crack a window and feed the coax through it. You're gonna be fine, and then just hoist that up
or close the door on it.
You can literally have like a pool skimmer pole that you just lash to the ladder on the side of your RV and just hoist it up that way. No problem. No problem. Do it.
There's another problem if you do it inside the RV. I noticed if I transmit in mine, it sets off the carbon monoxide detector. So you definitely want it outside.
Yes, wasn't thinking about that one.
You could also just take it outside like the passenger door through the weather stripping. So I run a mag mount on my RV because I have a metal roof. And I just put a mag mount on the roof and it works great.
It smells like somebody's burning something. I haven't blown up a capacitor recently, right?
Not since the super chat.
Yeah, or hang the antenna under. If you have like an awning, just put it out there. It's gonna be way better outside than it will be inside.
Please, it's going to be more effective. You don't have to worry about the absorption rate as much because you're literally protected by the metal thing that you're in. But man, you're going to do much better if you get it outside. Promise you. I want to see how good we can get this. Oh yeah, there's my floating head. With WSJTX, let's go. All right. Any other questions? Let's take them. Go for it.
That's Craig. How about a question for all you POTA guys?
All right, go for it, Craig. We'll take it.
I'm going to have to set up a random wire tomorrow with the 9-to-1 Ruthroff, and my options for configuration are unlimited. I guess I'm looking for the best layup for medium to long range transmission, inverted V, sloper, whatever your guys' opinions are on that. Figure out there in the 140-foot range.
So all of my POTA contacts are long range, so I recommend as vertical as you can get it.
Yeah, I can do 80 foot that way.
So what antenna? I mean, so what radio are we talking about? Where are you going to be? Which park are you? Where are you? What's going on there? Let's hit us with that first.
991A, running up to 40 meters. The park is my 5 acres of whatever you want to call it that's next to the corn and bean fields, but I've got several very tall trees.
Oh, we lost you. Okay. How much you want to spend?
I've got everything. I just I'm looking at the configuration. Do I want to go up and down in a inverted V? I hear that's more Skywave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Run
So
a sloper, or
you already
up,
have an NFED. You already have an antenna.
Correct. I'm just trying to decide the best way to configure it.
Okay, so you've already got the antenna. You already have the radio. Why don't you go out and use it, and then you can come back and tell us what the answer is instead of us guessing at it. How's that sound?
Well, that would be easiest for my old crippled body would be to aim for one of the trees and give it some slope back to the house.
Okay, so now you got added. Now you have added variables. So you have somewhat physically limited in your capability. So what can you do? So let's go. Let's take it that way. What will work for you, right?
Well, it's taken me 2 days, but I got a 40-foot ladder leaning into the tree that's safe enough to climb up. So I can run it straight, or I can run it in a V off of there, or straight up and down. I'm just trying to find out what you guys have done best with when you're running your random wires portable.
It depends. It depends on where you set it up, what your ground composition is, where you're located in the country. The reality is that, like, it sounds like you could change this if you wanted to. Maybe you should set a pulley up at the top so that you could use the pulley to bring the centerpiece up or down, and then that way you could try out multiple different configurations without having to climb physically up there every time.
Can I interrupt just a second?
Well, hold on. Let's hear back on that from what he thinks about that, and then go ahead.
You've read my broken body mind already.
Yeah.
The pulley's on its way. That'll be my
Good.
last trip forever up that tree.
Good. So then when you have a pulley, you could try all these things out, and then you can try them and tell us which is the best. Right?
100% correct. Pulleys are lifesavers.
Yeah. So that's why we ask so many clarifying questions and why we want to get you on the voice chat. Like, everybody listening, that's why we want the people on the Discord, because like he did mention that he has physical limitations, like in his original question, but that's important and we can work around that, but we got to know it in as part of what we're doing, right? Happy to help out with all these questions, but yeah, we got to know all the information, and things like having you on the voice chat with us allows us to answer most effectively. Pulleys is the best way. Doesn't matter how physically capable you are. Pulleys are the way to go. Put all your antennas up with pulleys at your home location. You can swap out to other systems in the future quickly and easily. Please use pulleys, please. There you go.
Can I make a comment?
Go ahead, comment.
Hey, it's Ferris here. I'm also disabled, also have an infed, also have a pulley. So,
good man.
The thing is, so I think you're on the right track. I did just show up in the middle of you kind of throughout this conversation, so I apologize if I missed something. The one thing I will say is I bought a really cheap pulley, and I'm having a little bit of trouble with it kind of coming down and stuff. So I would try and do some research, make sure you get a good quality pulley. If you can't get back up there, it'll pay off, and multiple times over. If you can try and find one that look for some good reviews before you just put the cheapest one up there, it might, given your condition.
Oh, agreed. Fortunately, the HRO guys steered me straight on that. So I'm getting the Palomar one with the 3-inch wheel and very
good.
Tight sides, so no binding.
Okay, good.
All right. So Ambrosia, TA1, yep, YEP. I have a question. I'm a turkey ham operator, and I want to get an FCC license. Do you have any guidance to what I need and what I have to provide to the FCC? I study slowly on ham study, by the way. So you're basically, you're going to be like American citizens, except I think you might have to have like 2 forms of identification. I'm actually not the right person to ask on that, because I have not gotten a lot of international folks their license. I know that question came a while ago, but I saw it back there and I wanted to make sure we hit it. Hopefully somebody took care of you. So anyway. All right. Who's next? More questions.
I believe you only need an address for the administration to write in for the exam, but you can get the license as a foreigner.
Oh yeah, you absolutely can get a license as a foreigner. The question is, like, what material do you have to bring to take the test? And that's what I'm not sure of. If you go to the HRCC VE testing area, you can probably ask them on what you need as an international person outside the country to be able to take the test, and they'll tell you. They'll steer you the right way. Which is testing question. If you go to hashtag testing questions and ask there, they'll be able to answer your question on the Discord. Go ahead.
So I have a G90 with the MCOM3 antenna, and the last couple of times I've gone to like local parks and activated, I haven't been able to get outside of the United States. I'm on 10 meters. I'm a technician. Is that normal? Should I be propagating further?
What time
is something maybe wrong?
What
with
time
my...
are you activating?
It'll be from like noon till like 8. The sun going down.
You probably should be able to hit onto the West, so Asian countries, Japan, etc. If you want European countries, you're gonna have to get there at like 9 a.m. or earlier to get set up.
Okay. Is that just because like the sun cycle and 10 meters and all that jazz?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Shout out to a technician getting on 10 meters, though,
Shout
boys.
out. That's right. Love it.
That is great. Did he say, I'm sorry, I was answering a question. Did he say he was in California?
No, Missouri, Kansas City.
Oh, you're Missouri. Okay.
Oh, so your time could be a little bit later, but yeah, just think of the sun cycle. So oftentimes 10 meters is best like where you're at a little bit before noon from my experience.
Yes, Craig. Our 10 meters here in Milwaukee gets real hot at 9, 10, 10:30.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, I took a trip out to Lawrence Livermore and tossed an antenna out my window at the hotel, and I was getting like Japan and Russia and all that. And that was a lot of fun. But
nice. Very good. Well, thanks for joining us out there and asking the question. We love that kind of stuff. So good. Excuse me. Anybody else? Let's take those questions. Otherwise, I'm going to start talking about spoopy movies.
Yeah. To add on to that real quick, Josh, Socks Girl has a good point. Check out the Muff Map and the propagation channel in the Discord. It's really helpful to see when 10 is opening up.
There you go. Right on.
Yeah. Cool. Thank you.
I have a cheater method if you really want to know if a band is open or not.
Okay.
So even if you want to do sideband or CW, what I do here to find out what band I want to start on is just flip over to the FT8 frequency. If you don't hear
God
FT8,
bless you.
You're not gonna get sideband.
That's stations that are 10. Any station that is -10 or higher is going to be possible to make a SSB contact with. Does everybody know that? Everybody knows that?
And on 10 meters, if you tune generally 28425, I know it might be a little close for you. If you hear Kilo Charlie 4 beacon, then you know 10 is open.
Okay.
There's a beacon right under 28.3. It's like 28.290. There's a CW beacon that's kind of always there. So, but yeah, like FT8, like whoever just said that is a great way to see if the band is open. If you go to 28.074, is that where it is? 28.074. And if you hear FT8, you'll know that it's at least kind of open.
There you go. Good idea. Good idea. All right. All right, let's oh boy. I'm going to have to head out here shortly. I think they're getting ready for doing pumpkins. So, let's talk about movies really fast. Does anybody have like a movie that came out this year that's good for Halloween that you're fans of? Anything?
Barbie.
Ooh,
Barbie?
not this year,
For
but
Halloween.
Blood and Honey. Blood and Honey is really good.
For Halloween?
I mean, it's a scary
Did you
movie.
say
It's good.
Blood and Honey, was that the Winnie the Pooh movie?
Hell yeah, it was.
That was a horrible movie.
I've read nothing but terrible reviews of that movie.
Did you?
I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good.
God. That's not just because something falls out of copyright. That doesn't mean that we immediately need to molest it.
I watched a movie the other day. I think it was on Amazon. It was called like In the Grass, something like that. Like, I mean, definitely took inspiration from like Children of the Corn, but it was about like obviously these high school or early college kids. They get the dumb idea. Let's go to the corn maze, right, or the grass maze, and then it's full of all kinds of death and mayhem and stuff. It's actually a pretty good movie. It was way better than any Nicolas Cage movie that Josh has ever recommended to me.
Mandy,
I think it was called
fantastic.
In the Grass. Mandy is horrible.
Mandy is the best.
Horrible.
It's
probably
one of,
worse than the Lord of the Rings.
You don't like the Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, I just said that.
You don't like the Lord of the Rings?
No.
Are you serious?
I wasted 3 hours of my life watching the Furby, and no.
Okay, so now we know that Mike cannot be considered for any, like, has no taste, this man.
Hang on.
Yeah.
I have read all 7 of Stephen King's The Dark Tower books.
Okay.
Which were inspired by
those were
Tolkien's
so
Lord of the
good,
Rings.
though.
The Dark Tower movie was garbage. The Dark Tower books,
yeah,
amazing.
Dark Tower's okay.
One of the only Stephen King books that I've read that actually had a good ending.
Oh, okay. All right, Mike, you've redeemed yourself completely. Stephen King has a horrible time with endings. I love
They're
The
horrible.
Stand.
Every single one.
The Stand is one of my favorite books, but oh my god, that ending is just.
I read it twice and I still couldn't finish the ending.
Like, how could you build
so I ended
such
up
a
watching
world
the movie
and not
I'm
be able
like,
to
that's
wrap
how
it
you
up?
ended it? Yeah.
But like, tell me
interesting
how.
side note, Metallica's Ride the Lightning album was titled because of The Stand. There was a part of that where Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
When
Garbage Man.
Trash Can Man.
Trash Can Man. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Glad I redeemed myself, but I don't want to take up the
You
whole
did,
thing. So let's give
but-
what other movies.
Now, here. Okay. Do you like really over the top, gory, schlocky zombie movies by chance, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I grew up watching Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh,
Like that was
great.
like I'm like
Perfect.
still watching that. Yeah.
Okay. So it turns out. Okay.
Army of Darkness.
Nope, I'm not going that route. I'm actually going to key off of
I'm just
Lord
saying.
of the Rings.
All right.
So Peter
boy.
Jackson had a career in making movies before doing Lord of the Rings. In fact, he got kind of a big bump into doing Lord of the Rings, being a major box office movie. Before Lord of the Rings, Peter Jackson made a lot of schlocky horror. One of his horror movies is one of my favorite horror movies. It's called Dead Alive, and it's shot in New Zealand. It is one of the goriest zombie movies, super schlocky, that I've ever seen in my entire life. I saw it when I was like a tenderfoot in Boy Scouts. It was a Halloween summer camp thing we did. It is like that movie has such a lasting memory in my mind. It is a fantastic movie. It is not like Mandy. It's nothing like that, Mike. I think if you like schlocky and gory and zombies, you'll like it. You'll like it a lot.
It's called Dead Alive.
Dead Alive, it actually had 2 names. So I think it's Dead Alive in the States, but I think it's also Brain Dead in New Zealand or outside the States. And yes, Takeo, or Takeo, I kick ass for there's a priest who has kung fu skills, Mike, who then becomes a zombie. And his tagline is, I kick ass for the Lord. And then jump kicks a zombie.
That's great.
It's very good. It's very good.
Well, I just added that to my notes app.
Yeah, it's very good.
On my iPhone, my Apple iPhone, for the haters out there. So I'll be sure to watch that.
All right.
It's hard to find a lot of these movies on the streaming services, though. So.
Oh yeah.
I just found Steve
Gotta go to the high
KM9G
seas.
introduced me to a less than ethical website where you may or may not be able to stream things. So I'll have to look for that. Spoo Bop Ooh Bee Boo Bop says, I hate you a lot, Kate. MRD heart sign. Oh my gosh, I hate you so much too. That is so sweet.
All right, look what I've done here. Look what I've done here, everybody.
Oh my gosh, are you really gonna? Is this the send off?
This is gonna be the
finale.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you put like some fake blood or something on, or like some liquids, or is there anything we can do to embiggen this a little bit more?
What do you mean embiggen it?
Embiggen the explosion, the suspense, like drop some fake blood on the lead to the capacitors or something to make it a little more deathly, I know this is just in the moment here. We're just riffing,
I can shower the carcasses of other capacitors on top of the new capacitors, and then they all
that's
explode.
A good Showering the carcasses of other capacitors with new dead capacitors is a great answer. All right, I'm going to mute myself, and we'll just all enjoy this.
Like that? Oh God, I can't even get him to stick. Like that? Is that what we're doing right now?
That's just bad. Yeah, there you go. You got one on.
Yeah, we got a couple on there.
There you go.
All we're doing is
shrapnel. There you go.
No, this is gonna possibly cause a fire. I'm not doing that.
iPro, please.
Okay. So there we go. All right, guys. Here we go. Most important. Demons need eye protection. I don't care who you are. You gotta keep them eye bulbs intact. All right. Here we go. Are they bulging at all?
You might need to get your eyes closer without the glasses.
Oh, that'll definitely. The one on the right is bulging. I can see that.
The one on the left looks like it is.
Yeah. The one on the right, though, for sure is.
It's moving. We're on a delay watching on YouTube here, but stuff is happening.
Well, so generally they fail because of the intensity of speed or the time in which they come to the overvoltage. If they've hit this point and have not popped, they're probably not going to pop. So we're gonna have to
flick them.
That's why you should put them in parallel.
A little.
They are in parallel.
It looks like series.
What do you mean?
Did you not connect the negative to the positive?
No, I did the whole thing. That was negative, positive, positive, negative, negative, positive.
Those look serious, my guy.
Oh, okay.
But the positive is connected to the positive.
Good God!
Let them discharge for a second.
Yeah, we're gonna. Okay. They're discharged. They're not hot. Well, we'll flip them the other way and let's see. Nothing. Yeah, we're good. Okay.
This is the evilness of the podcast. He makes you wait in anticipation for something to happen, and then it doesn't happen.
That's right.
Kids in the Hall did that back in the day.
What'd they do?
With manservant incubus.
Well,
I don't. You might be a little young to get the Kids in the Hall reference, Josh.
Oh no, I watched a ton of Kids in the Hall.
Oh, okay. So you know Simon and manservant and Incubus?
I think so.
No, so you don't. You either would or you wouldn't.
I just don't know that was a thing that we were like, oh, that it was.
Maybe it was a bad reference on my part. It
delayed.
It hasn't happened yet, but it could be. Could be.
All right.
Well, since we're waiting, if anyone is looking for some good DX, Botswana is on FT8 on 20 and 40, and they are super loud.
Well, everyone's super loud for you, Eric.
So if you want to get DX and Kill Ham Radio, Botswana is on FT8.
Botswana is 12,000 miles away from me, so they're not. It's pretty far.
Okay.
Yeah, true.
And the fact that I can hear them at -4 in Hawaii and the sun is still up means they're really loud.
Okay, fair point.
All right. There you go, everybody. That's what you wanted to see, right? This is it.
We just got hit with that streamer from the sun, so who knows what's going to happen with radio.
Kim is definitely too old for Kids in the Hall. Just
Here
want
we go.
Make sure
1,
that Kim knows that she's old.
2,
I don't think that's parallel either.
3. What do you mean? It's negative to positive, positive to negative, negative to positive, positive and negative. That's
serial.
Series.
That's what it was the last. Okay, I've done it both ways now, and it hasn't popped. You guys are all
You need to
jerks.
do all three of your positives on one side and all three of your negatives together on the other side, and then clip those into the clips.
That's what.
Well,
I
that would
have
be
right
parallel.
now. That's what I have right now.
No, you've got them in series. All three of them would be coming together at one point and clipping to one clip, and then the other side would come together and clip to the other clip.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. Wait.
Yeah, you've got him in series right now.
Remember, he's a software engineer. Be
They are
nice.
very hot, so congratulations. They're all very hot. So.
What you're doing is upping their abilities because you've got the negative going into the positive and then the
They're
positive
very
going
hot.
into the negative.
Everything is very hot right now.
That shows progress. This is science. We're learning
going the right way. Oh my god.
What do we need to form a hypothesis for the guy earlier? What's going to happen?
Yeah.
I suspect that these are going to blow up when we do this. There's the hypothesis.
I see now.
We'll measure the results and
I see the error
we'll see
of
if
my
this
ways.
can be retested.
Thank you, everybody, for working,
I think
humoring this software engineer.
If they're charged, make sure they're discharged before you hook them up parallel after they've been reversed like that.
No, let's do it. I have a protective green suit on.
Send it.
Protective green suit from Amazon.
I have a protective
Pretty
green
sure it was
suit
you
from
that
Amazon.
Pretty sure it was you that introduced me to Larry Enticer, Josh. So
is it? Was I?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I'm glad.
Something
I'm glad.
as obscure as that.
Yeah.
Send it.
That is fully obscure. That is.
It was right after the. It was right after the Bull Bolton pirate song, I think.
No, I probably showed you Larry Enticer before the Bolton song, but the Bolton song is one of my favorites. That's still.
I feel it was the same hamcation over many whiskeys that we had in the room we shared together. So
no, we were driving to the show that I showed you, Captain Jack Sparrow. One of the best.
Yeah, Captain Jack Sparrow.
Oh my god, the best thing. Okay,
I gotta watch that after this Captain Jack Sparrow.
I might actually wrap up the live stream with that. I haven't decided yet. Here we go.
I will love you even more if you do that.
All right, so here we go.
There's an absolutely awesome green screen guy meme in the Discord.
That is the jam right there. That is they're all tuned up. Here you go, everybody. Sweet sassy Mo Lassie. Here you go.
You're gonna do a countdown?
Nah. I don't need all that.
When the eye
Here we
glows.
Pull the lever, Kronk.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Oh my god! I blinked and I missed it.
Oh my god! That was a lot. That was a lot.
That's the way to go out.
Wow.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why we do ham radio.
Holy smokes, that was a lot.
And when you say holy smokes, there's no pun intended.
I'm not kidding. That was not. What?
Those are unholy smokes.
I'm going to show you. I have to show you. Now the kids are here like, what happened? Why is this? The camera is covered in trash.
Why is that?
Is the end of the helping hand so hot that it's picking up on the green screen?
No, it's look at the trash.
Oh, I see. Okay. Nice.
Look at it's everywhere.
It looks like a New Year's Eve.
Leia's just shaking her head like this is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, Leia's just
This is why we can't have touch lamps.
What?
This is why you're in the garage.
Yeah, literally. Ben, you want to see something?
Next year, do this to a touch lamp.
That's what it looks like here on New Year's Eve.
Okay, we're gonna do this again for Ben. Here we go. Oh my God! Oh wait, we got all of them, right? Yeah, we did. Okay.
How many of those did you do?
Don't worry about it, Ben.
Don't ask.
Not enough.
I'm gonna say like 50. Tell me if I'm right.
No.
Under.
100.
No.
Next challenge, let's do 50.
15?
No. Hold on. Okay, watch.
What if you put like 5? Why don't you put 5?
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna do 2. We're gonna wrap it up with 2.
Big
I'm not gonna
ones,
go
though.
over. I get it. That's for another stream. Okay, look. There you go.
Get some eyes on your son, though.
He has 2 relatively good ones.
Ben,
working.
safety squints, quick.
Safety
in the
first.
gun universe,
Safety-
we call
safety
eyes.
squints. Safety
eye
squints, quick.
pretend.
Quick,
Safety
safety
squints.
squints.
There you go.
Hold on. Hold on.
Avert your eyes.
What happened to
Terrence, the safety goat is going to come after you.
All right. Stay over there. Stay well away. Come here, Edison. Stand by your brother.
Why'd you scream?
Huh?
Why'd you scream?
Okay. Watch that right there. You see this?
Make sure you let them
right
know
here.
this is
Yeah.
science.
Watch on the monitor. Watch on the monitor. See?
This is
thing?
science.
Okay, ready?
The pumpkin?
No, this thing right here. This metal thing.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Burn the house up!
That sounded fun.
Oh, that's great. That's great. And a little bit of fire.
yeah.
A little bit of fire.
A little bit of fire.
It
We got a
doesn't
little
get
bit of
better
fire.
than that.
Oh my
That's
God,
great.
it's so trashed in here. All right.
That's great. Thank you, Josh.
Yes, thank you.
Goodness. We're going to do this outside next
and
year.
with that, I'm saying good night.
I think I am too. So where's the display here? There it is. That's what we're looking for. All right, guys. I appreciate everybody. Really do. Thank you for taking the time out of your Saturday, like hang out with me, geeking out about craziness, like what we're doing. No, so next week is going to be the Patron Picks episode. They have voted. We will have a episode that we're going to make a special video on. I also am going to be...
Double it and do it again.
Huh?
Double it and do it again.
Double it and do it. Is it the TikTok meme? What do you mean?
No, I mean like actually double it and do it again.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Hey,
yet.
the kids are good.
They love it.
Huge fire.
Ben loves it.
Those are well-trained children. That's good parenting right
Yeah,
there.
Ben loves it.
Yeah.
George from Pactena is going to be on the show. We've got something really fun coming up on explaining the adventure frequencies to you all. So
Hey guys,
make sure
look,
you
I missed a
tune
spot.
in for that. All right, everybody on the Discord, thanks so much. Take it easy.
73, y'all.
Let's double it. Let's double it and do it
No,
again.
we're wrapping it up. We got to wrap it up.
No, I want to see it double.
Oh, yeah, I
it.
mean, like you and I we can blow stuff up like as much as we want after this.
Do it again.
All right. Stop. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Super, very much appreciate you. Thanks for taking the time out of your schedule to watch me screw around like this. And I got my. So everybody, okay, I'm turning the skull off. You can calm down now. It's still shorted, but you're all right.
Do it again.
Thanks so much for watching, and I super very much appreciate you. Ben's very excited now that he knows I'm blowing stuff up. All right, here you go for the patrons. Yes, next week we're gonna do it, but it's gonna be the new updated one for the patron pick. So, and again, I wiped my nose. Jeez. So I'll tell you, I missed one of the patrons shout outs a couple of weeks ago, and I felt really bad about it. But doing the Halloween stuff and the makeup and all that, I screwed up. It was my bad. And I love the patrons. I'm so sorry that I screwed up on that. It hurts me. It hurts me badly. So thank you all. I really do appreciate it. See, I got the new video. It's nice and calm. I'm literally pulling out particle fiber paper everywhere. Everything's trashed in my ham shack. Thanks to this live stream. Whew.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right. I'm looking at the chat. Wrapping things up here, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the weekend. You too as well, Covain. Have fun out there. My kids all want me to go blow up capacitors with them right now.
Yeah.
But I want to clean up all this stuff off my face. That's going to be my big thing in the next 30 minutes or so. Huh?
First explode.
No. I don't need to wear this on my face when I do that.
Takes like 5 seconds. That takes like 4 minutes. Do it.
I think I saw Julian HSTN. Is he a current patron? Did I not notice that? If you are, man, that's amazing. I gotta go check into that. I just saw that, right? I did. This might be an old update.
I'm right here.
This might include everybody that has ever been a patron before. This is a very long one. This feels very long.
Who are you talking to?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. All right. There's all my ghost children. They're not really ghost children. They're regular children. I'm the only ghost. As the demon of RFI, I can say it is now time to wrap up the live stream. So, a very hearty 73. See you later. Ho, 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 ho. The demon of RFI says, shut off the power on your home and check for devious electronics.
No, explode your capacitor.
Explode your capacitors.
That's how it works. Put 4 on there.
No, I gotta get you. Stop. Put it down.
Take 2 seconds.
I'm not showing you, Firebug. No. We're not just blowing things up. Stop. Stop asking. Stop asking questions.
I think I already know what it's
Close that. Close it. Edison is going to be a problem. Good night.